He knew that evil wins when good people stay silent. And so for the rest of my life, I will make sure that I don't stay silent.
Louis.
Y'all, am I the only one that is a little concerned about why Erika Kirk keeps lying to her?
Erika Kirk just got hit with a reality check that nobody saw coming, and the internet is buzzing about it. According to online discussions, Charlie's parents have reportedly stepped in and filed for temporary custody arrangements involving Erika's kids, which shocked a lot of people who follow this story. And no, the conversations around this aren't about revenge or drama. People online claim the family believes they're doing what's best for the children in this incredibly emotional moment.
And wives, do not compare your husband to other women's husbands. Like,
no one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD, and Vice President JD.
The way it's being described online, Charlie's parents allegedly felt things were getting unstable, and they wanted to create a more structured situation for the kids while everything around Erika continued shifting. And this move has left Erika completely blindsided, at least according to sources who claim she never expected the family to take such a serious step so quickly. The wild part is that people online are saying the family has already taken everything into legal channels, moving fast and keeping things very private. Reports claim they've positioned themselves in a way that limits Erika's ability to push back right away, which has only added more tension and pressure to the situation.
Now, I understand Charlie and Erika maybe made the decision that they didn't want to show their kids' faces on social media, and she said we did get kidnapping threats, we did get death threats and stuff like that. I understand there's people like, it was a security thing, and again, that's their choice.
And on top of that, there are rumors that members of Charlie's family are preparing to speak out publicly, wanting to make sure their perspective is heard loud and clear. Whatever is happening behind the scenes, it's becoming obvious that this situation is way bigger and way more complicated than anyone expected. And if the family really is taking formal steps like people online are saying,
you told your children that Charlie was going on a work trip with Jesus. Are they still asking, where's Daddy?
yes, my daughter continues to ask. I told her the other day, because she said, I just miss Daddy, and where's Daddy? When is he coming home? And I said, baby, Daddy's still with Jesus. And I said, they are so busy. And I said, if ever you want to talk to Daddy, you just look up to the sky and start talking to him. He can hear you. So is he.
Then this might be just the beginning of a much larger story unfolding right in front of us. A couple of weeks ago, Charlie's parents released a public statement that instantly grabbed attention across social media. They talked about how Erika had been going through an incredibly heavy emotional period. And according to Robert and Catherine Kirk, their daughter-in-law had been trying to stay strong through weeks of pressure, grief, and stress. They said she'd been holding everything together with faith and determination. But eventually, the weight of the situation became too much for her as a human being.
90% of the time of my life, I look like Adam Sandler. I'm not dressed like this. So, like, you pick
Adam
and choose.
Sandler, can we pick someone else, please?
Yeah, I know.
It's not Adam Sandler.
Prioritize trying to find a spouse, you're much higher likelihood to find one.
But as women, you need to take care of yourself in order to, you can't be looking like Adam Sandler and expect that you're going to.
They asked the public to keep her in their prayers, which at first sounded like a message of support and compassion from grieving parents who wanted to comfort their family. On the surface, the statement looks soft, caring, and protective, almost like the Kirks were stepping in to defend Erika during one of the hardest moments of her life.
That the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erika. Not Charlie, but Erika was the one being tracked by these planes. And indeed, it turns out that she was correct. She discovered that between 2022 and September of 2025, both of those aircrafts, SU-BTT, the yellow plane, and SU-BND, the blue plane, showed 68 overlaps with Erika's documented locations.
But online discussions quickly took a different tone. Many people started interpreting the statement in another way, suggesting the timing and wording might have been calculated to shift the public narrative. Some viewers claimed the Kirks were presenting Erika as overwhelmed and emotionally exhausted.
Charlie have forgiven his killer?
He's in heaven. And he sees everything, full picture. And I truly believe that if the Lord, which this does not happen, but if the Lord gave him an option to return back to earth, and if the Lord said, this is what your death is going to be the catalyst for, do you want to go back and exchange it? He'd say no. Whoa, he'd say no.
A framing that could indirectly support their legal positioning regarding the children. Again, none of this is confirmed, but these interpretations spread fast online. People also pointed out that the statement subtly highlighted how the kids were receiving stability under the grandparents' care, which sparked even more conversation. To some observers, it felt like the Kirks were trying to show the world they were stepping in as a steady, reliable presence during a chaotic chapter in the family's life. Whether intentional or not, the message had major impact online, and it completely changed how people viewed the situation between Erika and Charlie's parents. In the eyes of many commenters, this move wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. People online have been saying that Erika's behavior has shifted ever since Charlie passed. And according to discussions floating around, Robert and Catherine Kirk reportedly feel uneasy about some of the choices she's been making. In their view, at least based on what online commentators claim, the changes happening around Erika could create instability for the kids during an already difficult time. And for anyone who thinks the grandparents are overreacting, the internet has plenty to say about that, too. A lot of people have pointed to moments that made them raise eyebrows, especially after one interview Erika gave that sparked a whole new wave of conversation. Viewers claimed she said something that sounded innocent at first, but ended up being interpreted in totally different ways online. During that interview, Erika mentioned that no one could ever compare to her husband, a statement everyone understood, especially considering what she's been through. But then she made another comment that caught people off guard. She said she saw a lot of Charlie and JD Vance, and she said it in front of millions of viewers, which instantly lit up social media with reactions. Some people took it as a harmless emotional comment from someone dealing with pain and memories, while others believed it hinted at her looking for someone who reminded her of Charlie. And that's where speculation exploded, because in the eyes of online commenters, those words opened the door for the Kirks to interpret her intentions in a completely different way. To Robert and Catherine, again, based on what people are discussing online, that moment became a huge red flag, a sign that Erika might be trying to fill a void too quickly or attach herself emotionally to someone who resembles her late husband. Whether that read is accurate or not, it clearly changed how they viewed the situation moving forward. This whole thing became another layer in a much bigger emotional storm, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. And if you thought things were complicated already, just wait, because this next part had the internet completely glued to the screen. According to online discussions, some commentators believe Erika's connection to JD Vance could turn into something bigger, especially because both of them are now surrounded by publicity, pressure, and national attention. People online have been spinning theories left and right, suggesting Erika might be leaning toward Vance simply because he represents strength, stability, and influence during a chapter where she feels unsure about her future. Some people even claim that Vance is stepping into a major spotlight of his own, and that could be why Erika's comments triggered so much speculation. The idea isn't that she's going after him, but that viewers online think she may be drawn to someone who feels powerful, respected, and capable of filling an emotional gap she's been struggling with since losing Charlie. None of this is confirmed, of course. It's all just internet talk, but the noise around it is massive. Because of that, many people believe Robert and Catherine Kirk see this situation as a potential setup that could complicate everything for the kids. They allegedly worry that Erika might be getting swept up in political circles, public attention, and high-pressure environments, which could create more instability for the children. To them, at least according to online chatter, this feels like way more than just a simple friendship or public comment. Some users on social media even said it feels like the kids are being pulled into a world they didn't ask to be part of, almost like they're becoming symbols in a larger public narrative. And that's exactly why people claim Charlie's parents feel they must step in. From their point of view, they see themselves as the only ones who can keep things grounded and steady while emotions and public attention keep rising. Whether that interpretation is right or wrong, the internet can't stop talking about it. And the tension around this story just keeps building. Let's not forget something important. Charlie was extremely protective of his kids' privacy. And a lot of longtime followers will remember that instantly. He was very intentional about keeping his family out of the spotlight. And people online have pointed out that this wasn't random at all. There are no public photos of Erika's pregnancy, and there are barely any images of the kids anywhere because Charlie believed privacy was the safest and healthiest option for them. He talked many times about wanting a normal life for the children far away from chaos, attention, and the non-stop pressure that comes with public work. And honestly, you can really see how strict he was about this. He kept their faces off social media, avoided posting them online, and always pushed for boundaries, even when people begged for family content. At one point, Charlie and Erika even mentioned that there were serious security concerns involving their family, and they explained that these concerns made them tighten up everything even more. Erika once said in a discussion that they received worrying online warnings, messages that made them feel like posting the kids publicly wouldn't be safe. She said they made the choice together to keep their children private, and that this was something they agreed on long before any of this drama even existed. Some people online said this decision felt extreme, but honestly, for public figures, it's not unusual at all. Many parents in the spotlight choose the exact same path because the internet can get unpredictable fast. And Erika even explained that they simply didn't want strangers analyzing their children, tracking their locations, or knowing too much about their personal life. So yeah, when you zoom out, it makes total sense why Charlie's parents believe he would have never wanted the kids mixed into any kind of public narrative or emotional tug-of war. For him, privacy wasn't just a preference, it was a rule. But according to a lot of conversation online, people claim Erika has been bringing up the kids in interviews in a way that feels more like public positioning than private family talk. Whether that's true or not, many viewers believe Charlie would have kept the kids completely out of the spotlight. And his parents definitely seem to feel the same way. Now, here's where the situation gets even more layered. Rumors online suggest Erika may be keeping her future wide open and exploring multiple directions, not just the comments she made about J.D. Vance. People on social media have been saying she's trying to connect with different influential figures, and the Kirks reportedly think she's moving in every direction at once. Again, none of this is confirmed. It's just what people have been discussing. One thing that sparked these assumptions is something very simple. Erika has been seen interacting warmly with several people in public settings. And the internet always finds a way to turn a quick hug or a friendly moment into a whole storyline. Clips from different events started circulating. And suddenly viewers online were interpreting her behavior like she was searching for new alliances or emotional support after everything she's been through. And then there's her appearance. Erika once joked publicly that she dressed casually most of the time, comparing herself to a laid-back, comfy style. But recently, especially after Charlie's passing, people have noticed she has been showing up on camera more polished, more styled, and more put together than before. She's wearing bold outfits, stepping into the spotlight, and presenting herself in a way that feels very different. And the internet is definitely talking about it. But here's the thing. Changes in appearance after emotional trauma are extremely common, and many people update their style when they're trying to feel strong again. Still, the Kirks reportedly see this shift as Erika focusing more on her public image than on healing privately, which only adds more tension between both sides. At the end of the day, whether her new style is confidence, coping, or strategy, people online can't stop analyzing her every move. A lot of people online have also been saying that Erika seems extremely focused on building her public image. Right now, she's traveling to events, accepting awards, giving speeches, and doing interviews non-stop, which has sparked a huge debate across social media. Some viewers think she's pushing herself into the spotlight too quickly after everything that happened. And it's making people wonder whether she's spreading herself too thin. Even fans who used to support her without question are now commenting on the shift. One person wrote an opinion online saying they didn't understand why Erika was jumping back into business roles, interviews, and CEO responsibilities so fast, especially when she has a full team who could support her behind the scenes. They pointed out that the kids are still very young and going through a major emotional transition, and many thought a slower pace might make more sense for a family trying to heal. Another viewer mentioned that Erika has Every resource in the world, money, staff, assistance, and a strong organizational team. So, they couldn't understand why she didn't take a step back to focus privately on her family for a while. These comments weren't coming from haters, but from people who said they genuinely expected a more low-profile approach during such a sensitive moment. And then there's the online speculation about Erika talking to different people and building new connections in political, media, and social circles. While nothing is confirmed, some commenters believe she may be expanding her network very quickly, and that energy is making the Kirk family uncomfortable. In their eyes, this sudden shift feels like Erika is stepping into a whole new world, one they know very little about. That's where the Kirks' concerns reportedly come in. According to discussions online, they feel out of the loop when it comes to the people Erika is meeting, the partnership she's forming, and the direction she seems to be taking. Whether those fears are accurate or not, the lack of communication is clearly making everything even more intense. At the end of the day, the situation isn't just about ambition or whether Erika chooses to be in the spotlight. The bigger issue, according to online talk, is that the Kirks don't know who's influencing her and what these new connections could mean for the family dynamic moving forward. People online have been asking another big question. Who exactly are the unfamiliar names and behind-scenes figures showing up around Erika right now? Social media users keep trying to connect dots, suggesting she might be surrounded by people they've never seen before. And that has sparked even more speculation about who's guiding her decisions and what influence they might have. Some viewers claim Erika always appears in groups or traveling with people whose identities aren't widely recognized, which led online detectives to start tracking public aviation logs, travel timelines, and event appearances. According to those users, certain flights and vehicles seem to appear near Erika during different trips between 2022 and 2025. But none of those claims are verified, and many of them rely on publicly available data that can easily be misinterpreted. Still, the internet loves a mystery, and people ran with it. Then someone claimed that an insider reached out to Candace Owens, saying they had more context about Erika's recent movements, which only fueled the online theories even more. None of this is confirmed. None of it is official. It's just social media buzz, but people keep repeating it because it adds to the tension around her situation. There were even attempts online to link Erika to different high-profile individuals, but none of those connections were proven or backed by evidence. It shows how quickly the internet can build stories the moment someone becomes a trending topic, especially when emotions and rumors mix together during a sensitive moment. From the way the public is reacting, it's clear that Charlie's parents feel a growing sense of pressure and responsibility. Commenters claim the Kirks want to make sure the kids stay in a stable environment while Erika navigates public attention, legal matters, and changing relationships. With custody paperwork reportedly filed, this has turned into a full legal situation, one that could bring out details the public has never heard before. The real question now is simple but heavy. How far is Erika willing to go? And how ready is she to face a full legal process that might reveal the truth about everything happening behind the scenes? Until then, all we can do is watch how this unfolds. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.